Welcome to 10 Talk, where the conversation's on 10 and the personalities are on 100. Thank you
The
so
speaker's
much.
still as loud as ever.
We have made it, y'all. It is 2021. We are still here. Like Tisha Campbell says, I'm still here. And I'm thankful for you. We'd like to first give a quick shout out to Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Happy Founders Day.
Yo, yes, sir. You feel me?
All right, so first things first, real quick, like, how y'all doing? Like, I know we have been MIA, y'all. We not gonna say we sorry, but we've been MIA.
I'm sorry for nothing. Don't care
I
about
can't, I can't say I'm sorry, at least.
I would like to say I'm sorry, but I don't like to lie. I do lie sometimes, but I don't like it.
I could say I'm sorry. I'm just not going to.
I'm sorry for nothing.
That's something I just stopped doing anyway. Saying sorry for things that I'm not sorry for. Yeah,
It's like,
that's
Right.
Rihanna
That's a
told
good
me a
one.
long time ago, don't tell me you sorry, that because you just sorry you got caught. I got caught, so that would be why I would be saying sorry. I'm not sorry, y'all. But anyway, so let's get on to like what we came here to discuss real quick. We thought it'd be a great idea since New Year, new energy, all that hooting and hollering. We thought it'd be a great idea to talk about, just reflect over the last year and talk about what we kind of want to see going forward this year. Does anybody want to start?
I volunteer as tribute.
All right, Lacey.
Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money
Go
reside?
ahead. Where the money reside? Where the money reside?
Amen. We're going to the money reside all 2021 and beyond.
And
But,
that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
so Lacey, I would first like to ask you, what did 2020 show you? What do you feel like you learned? What did you come out of?
Ooh, Jesus. 2020 showed me I needed to go to therapy. 2020 showed me that I had some problems.
2020 showed you that you needed to go to the interesting.
Honestly, I am in therapy right now. Therapy helps. It really does. But there's never enough time of the day. There is never enough time.
Because, can I finish my point? Thanks. Because in 2020, you have a lot of time by yourself, to yourself, alone, with nothing but your thoughts and your brain cells. And I said, you know what, honey child, you got some problems that you try to pretend you don't have, but they're there, baby. And you need to work on it, okay? Get it together. So, yeah, I'm not going to talk about all the things I did for therapy. I did, actual therapy, writing therapy, journaling, peer therapy, Now I feel uplifted, blessed, and great. And this is the last thing I'm going to say. And then God bless to my amazing siblings. This is my schedule.
I don't know who muted her.
I didn't get that last part.
I figure why she stopped talking. Why you?
I didn't get that last part. But shout out to Virgos everywhere. If there's one thing a Virgo's going to do, it's make a schedule. I personally just wanted to get on here real quick to respond to Lacey's point real quick and just say therapy. That could be the tagline. Therapy.
Hashtag.
You got some problems you need to work yourself through.
Hashtag. Therapy is important.
Therapy is expensive.
It is.
Y'all need to be thinking therapy, not throat baby.
Therapy. I'm gonna get it to you. Therapy. I need my mind and moment. I don't know. That was terrible.
It's a new year, and Sharif is still on his shenanigans. And on that note, I love you, Tin Talk. Whoever is watching this, I hope you have an amazing, blessed year. And just remember, you will not be where the money resides if you don't plan, if you don't execute, if you don't have a, strategy in place. Okay.
Also, remember this. Thank you for that tidbit, Lacey. Remember this too, as far as the money reside, you are the money. So wherever you reside is where the money resides. You don't need to go where the money at if you the money ain't where it at.
Well,
Hallelujah.
All right, so I suppose we could go with Sam now. First, before we get into 2021 real quick, I just want to hear about your 2020. What can you say about it? Let me, big boy.
2020, honestly, I understand a lot of people were suffering, but I was blessed. I didn't really suffer in 2020, thank God, to the Most High. But 2020 taught me that, first, America is not as smart as we think we are. Second, that I need to stop giving energy towards things that I can't control. I think I've always had like some type of mindset about that. But in 2020, I just learned like, hey, I can't do anything about this. So I'm not gonna stress about it. I'm sorry. It's possible you can get sick. It's possible that you can't get sick. I'm gonna do what I can do to be precautious and to protect myself as possible. But it's gonna be whatever God wants. If God want me to be sick, I'm gonna get sick. If God want me to be healthy, I'm gonna be healthy. I really don't have any control over. Like there's things I can do to help my situation, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of neat freak people that are getting sick, and there's a lot of dirty people that aren't getting sick. So it's the luck of the draw, bro. Focus on yourself. Don't focus on other people.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point. I think that's something I've always tried to do, is just like do things that you know you can do, and like for the things you know you can't, don't try to worry about them so much. Because like if you worry about every single thing, like you're gonna be stressed and you're gonna be like not in a good place. But the more you're just to yourself and like, oh, this is what I can do, then you'll be better off in life, is what I believe.
I can co-sign that because woo baby, stress.
Yep. See,
You
look.
seem like you got more to say on that subject.
No stress over here, because I just control what I can control. Control the controllables. It's like a scientific problem, you know? You have a
That's
control
what I was just
group,
thinking. I'm like,
and you got a control
variable.
group and you got a test group. Be in the control group. Stop being in that test group.
Stop trying to control control an independent variable. That's what you control.
Somehow, for some reason, I thought you were going to say something that reminds me of the Boondocks when you started talking about like controllable versus uncontrollable. Because there are known knowns and there are unknown knowns, but there are also unknown unknowns. So I thought you was going on like that kind of like a gin rummy tangent with it, but like I rock with it. Do you have anything that you feel like you learned?
I think it was just a lot of time. I think I've learned to like really just like have fun like by myself. I mean, I'm usually, because like not like more not like by myself, but more of a like a balance between like social and like being by myself, because I like being by myself a lot. But like even though like I was away from a lot of people, like I kept in contact with people where like if before you ask me like you're not at school, are you talking to this and that person? I'm like, no way. But I actually would like talk to more people than I actually thought I would, like coming into the year.
And I'm glad that you said that. I'm a little surprised
That's
because
right.
honestly, when you first started your little point, I was like, what you mean you learned the balance of being by yourself? You've been by yourself since you were born. You ain't smiled since you was 3 months old. And I got a picture to prove it.
Not 3 months old.
Don't
You
do
want to go get the
him.
picture?
No!
That's out of box. That's hilarious.
You're gonna go get the
But
kindergarten
no,
picture.
what Shania is saying actually holds a lot of merit, because it's like I'm also the type of person who's like, when I'm around, and we gonna hang out, we gonna chop it up, we gonna talk, we gonna catch up, all that. But when I'm not around, I'm not gonna really put through a lot of effort to contact you, to check up on you. And in quarantine, I found myself doing that more as well, because it's like, well, I still need interaction, even though we can't get in big groups and do a bunch of stuff. I need human interaction, which is why I can't go to jail. Because if I go to jail and Big Bubba touch me, I'm slicing Big Bubba's throat. And then after Big Bubba's throat is on the floor and he's leaking out, they gonna put me in solitary. And I'm gonna go crazy in solitary because I need human interaction. So I can't go to jail. It's gonna be a slippery slope of me going crazy.
Somehow Sam must turn throat baby to throat bloody.
No! What's wrong with you?
I
going to
follow
slice it
you.
all
Throat bloody. I get put this knife all in you.
I'm telling you, slice and dice. I can't go to. I know I can't go to jail. I'm not stable enough to go to jail
But
because
interesting that
I
you
will
said
kill
that.
somebody.
It's
in
really
jail.
interesting to me that you said that, Sam, because I was thinking to myself that I have had kind of the opposite reaction. Because I'm the type of person, like, you could ask pretty much almost anybody I know, I feel like. I'm forever seeing how somebody doing. I'm always, like, calling, texting, people I ain't spoke to in, like, years, months, weeks. I'm forever being like, oh, I just thought about this person randomly, and I just want to see if they okay. I was like, I know we ain't spoken in a while, but it's like, you were on my heart today. But this, I feel like 2020, I've been trying to do less of that because I felt that I was overextending myself. And it really became one of those things where it's like now when I can't see, it's like now when like you can't see nobody, a lot of people can't go nowhere. They ain't got much to do as far as in the outside world. It really showed me, wow, a lot of these people that you try to make time for do not care. And even like people who or some people, it's not necessarily that they don't care, but it's like you're not a priority to them, and that's okay. But since that's okay, it's also okay for me to be saying like, I don't have to prioritize someone who doesn't prioritize me. You don't have to prioritize me. That's perfectly fine. But I don't have to prioritize you either if you're not going to.
Nah, big factuals. And I think that's why I have been reaching out to people more, is because I do realize that. And I don't want it to seem like I'm the person that I don't care and like you're not a priority. Cause it's like, it's not that you're not a priority. It's just, it's so much stuff that I'm already here with, that I'm dealing with and handling, that to add something when it's just out of nowhere isn't the easiest thing to do all the time.
Right.
But like I said, in 2020, I kind of realized that, you know, you have to show people the same level. You got to meet people where they want you to meet them. You don't meet people where you are. You don't meet people where they are. Like, y'all got to come together and you got to meet somebody where they are at if you care. And it's like, I have the personality, like, I don't need you to check up on me. I don't need to talk to you every day. You can hit me once a year. And that once a year, we going to turn up like we're best of friends and we see each other every day. And that's just my personality. But I know a lot of other people, they'll see it as like, well, you only hit me like once a year. You really don't care about me. Like, and it's like, I don't want people to ever think that. And so I've been trying to do better on being like, hey, how you been? How's life? What you up to? Type stuff. Just to, you know, because I do care about people. And I don't want them to think I don't.
And I think going back to what you just said, I've been trying with me personally, I've been trying to learn to not take things as personal. To understand, like, it really doesn't have anything to do with me. Like, if I don't hear from somebody, it doesn't really necessarily mean that there's a problem or that it has to be an issue. It's just one of those things where it's like, you get caught up in the flow of life. And sometimes, I don't care how mean this sounds, I have better things to do than to worry about what you up to. I just do. And my thing is, I feel like people make time for what they want to make time for, of course. But I'm the type of person, like, if someone has shown me that they are willing to make time for me consistently, I will make the time. But my thing is this. I feel like, for example, my birthday's at the end of the year. If you ain't hit me since my birthday, keep that same energy. My birthday's at the end of the year. If I ain't heard from you since my birthday, keep that same energy. I want you to call me when you need someone to like work through your complex emotions with. None of that. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, I don't want to hear from you ever again. Like, I now have a problem. But I'm just like, don't suddenly like come in and out when it's convenient for you. If you can't inconvenience yourself at least slightly sometimes, what are we doing? Because I feel like that's true reciprocity. It's not always going to be convenient for me to like talk to a certain person and try to like help them or just like be there for them or whatever. But I understand that if I do that, and of course, on one hand, I feel like one thing I also had to learn is I have to stop expecting me from other people. I can only be me.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I realized I would
can't.
it myself. I would get my
Can't.
feelings hurt a lot because I was just expecting me out of other people. And I can't do that this year. I just have to realize, like, listen, I rock with you. You cool people. Our relationship, it is what it is. But I gotta do what's best for me, just like you've been doing what's best for you. You gonna do you, I'm gonna do me.
That's a really good point. Like, because I feel like a lot of people do that. They see like what they're putting in and the way that they're putting it in, and they expect that exact same reciprocity from somebody else. And like, that's really unfair to the other person. And honestly, it's harmful to yourself too, because you're expecting this, and then obviously you're going to be you're setting yourself up to be disappointed when they can't be you. They're not you.
Right.
You said control your controllables, boy.
But it's also important. I think the other side of that I learned too is also important. Is that that's why it's so important. Me and my older brother, me and Sam, we've had this conversation ourselves too. It's important to really tell people what you need from them, and not everybody's gonna take that the right way. I recently had a conversation where I was like, "Listen, this is what like I just need you to promise me this." And then this person's like, "Well, is there something about me that makes you think that like I would do this? Is there a problem with you?" And it's just hard to explain to like, I don't have a problem with you. It's not something you did, but this is a problem I know I consistently run into in general. So at this point, I'd rather would just say what I have to say off top. And then that way, if this happens, I can at least be like, well, I told you. So now I feel like if you don't want to adhere to that, now we actually do have a problem. Now I'm justified. And I don't have to like do much. But if you do something and I didn't tell you that like it gets on my nerves, and then I'm just in here mad at you, I look stupid. And that's not fair to you either.
Right.
Communication is everything. Like, I feel like a lot of people do get offended. Like, it's like I'm bringing up like, this is what I want, this is what I need, and we can even come to a compromise. Like, we can come to a compromise. This is what you need, this is what I need. But the point is that we have it out, that we have that conversation in the first place.
Yeah, I think that's important because some things it's just like a matter of perspective. Because like some people are more outgoing and some people are less. It's like so someone who's less outgoing, for them to like contact you and like try to like meet up, that might be more than like an outgoing person, because like that takes more energy out of them. That takes like more effort out of them. So like they might be hitting you like 2 times a year, but the other person like constantly hitting you. But you guys are just such different people. Like it's like different for everyone.
Exactly. Like me and my friend, we are different people, very different people. So I'll text her whenever I see something that reminds me of her. I'll be like, oh, I saw this TikTok. So, and if she takes a couple of days to respond, I don't get butthurt over that anymore. Because I used to be like, bro, like she never responds to me. Like she don't even care. But we're different people.
And it's one thing I learned about myself. It's that, honestly, I don't know if I can handle having a relationship. I don't know if I can handle another me. I don't know if I can handle me and another person. I'm being honest. I don't, because, woo! I used to like fight.
Oh my God.
I was like, you're kind of high maintenance. I'm like, I'm not high maintenance. I just like feel like I have very strict standards for what I think is okay for or like me and what's not okay. But at the same time, I feel like sometimes I'd be like, nah, you tripping. If it wasn't someone else trying to like do some of the things I do, I feel like I'd be like, nah, you tripping. You need to you need to cool off. But that's why I have to look at myself like, I need to chill. Man, I need to chill.
Yeah, like honestly, like growing up, it was cliche, like it's not you, it's me. Like, watching TV, you always hear people bring it, oh, it's not you, it's me, it's not you, it's me. It was like, okay. No, it's not you. It is me. Just be honest and tell me. But like growing up, I really understand that more. Like, no, it's really not about what you're doing or what you're not doing. It's more about myself and like what I want and what I need and what I know that you can give me. And it's really not. It's really just, it really is about me. Like you could change yourself and you could be what I want you to be, but that might not solve the problem. Like it's not you. Like it's something that I have that I gotta figure out. And I think a lot of people are still struggle when they hear stuff like that, when it's like, well, this is what I need because this is the person I am and this is how I can function and this is how I can be happy and this is just what I need. And it's like, well, what have I done to make you it's not about what you've done or what you're going to do. It's just really, I'm just explaining who I am to you because I care about the relationship and the bond that we have. And since I care about that, I want to maintain this. And I'm telling you, this is how we're going to be able to maintain that. If you give me this.
And also another thing that I feel like is cliche when you're like a little kid, you're like, yeah, whatever. I mean, yeah, whatever, nigga. But like when you grow up, it's like the whole idea of like you have to teach people how to treat you. Cause like a lot of times people are like, I ain't doing that. I shouldn't have to tell you how to treat me.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
But at the same time, it goes back to expecting you out of other people. If I don't teach you, if I'm not willing to show you what I need or to teach you what I need, then when you give me what you can give me, I can't be mad at that. I can only be mad if I said this is what I need and you don't give it to me. Then
Like,
I can have a problem.
Because like
I can't figure out what you need. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
in movies
I don't
and
know
TV
what you
shows
need.
and books and all that stuff, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I could just see that there was something wrong with it." And like, they're not always just gonna see every little thing that makes you upset. Like they're not like I'm sorry, they're not watching your every move, studying your body language. They're not.
Like, people are not Raven Baxter. People are not Raven Baxter. They're not sitting here just going like,
The way your class came up.
she's gonna fall down in gym class and it's gonna like trigger like a trolley and it's gonna knock the bleachers into this girl's face if I don't do something.
Right. Like I'm sorry. I would love to be able to, I would love to be a mind reader. I would love to understand every little intricacies about you. However, it's not possible, especially because I understand that people can't do that with me. So I don't like, that's one thing, like Sharif said, I can't expect me from other people. Other people shouldn't be able to expect them from me because I don't know unless you tell me, unless you make it very plain, no hints, no like weird body language stuff. Tell me what it is. Make it very plain, because sarcasm is a thing. People be joking about how they feel. Then you like try to change stuff, like, oh, it wasn't that serious. Like I was just joking. Well, it sounded serious to me. Like, can you let me know A and B? Let me know.
Right. And
I don't like
It's like if me texting you all the time is annoying to you, tell me, because I'm not gonna stop. No,
I'm not gonna
tell
stop
me.
if I don't know what bothers you, because for me,
Exactly.
I'm not trying to be annoying. I'm not trying to like blow you up. I'm not trying to. It's like the whole like, oh well, I feel like you shouldn't double text. That's just how my brain works. I'm the type of person where like if I have a thought, I have to get it out or I will forget. So I'm just like, oh, and then maybe like I'll be thinking I just thought of something random like within that time period, and you haven't hit me back. It's like, oh, and then I just add to it, but it's not because I'm trying to like blow up. I'm not trying to like be like needy or anything. It's just how my brain works.
Right.
Me and
I
my friend will
gotta
literally
write
multiple
this down.
conversations.
Go ahead, Leilani.
Me and my friends will literally have multiple conversations at once, like in the same thread. We'll be having multiple conversations at once because we both said something and we respond to each thing separately. Because that's how we have conversations. So we'll be having multiple conversations all at once.
I'll kid you not, bro. There was this one time I was texting somebody. I was on Instagram in their DMs talking to that same person. And we was on Snapchat talking to that same person. We was having 3 different conversations in 3 different locations. We even said, like, why are we doing this? Like, we literally was having 3 separate conversations at once. And it's just like, oh, well, like, hey, we're talking today. Today we're talking. Today
A new
we're catching
meaning to communication is key.
Like, hey,
Shoot,
it is what
I've
it is.
like been in the DMs, Snapchat, texting, and in person with somebody, the same person, and we have 4 completely unrelated conversations. But sometimes it goes back to what you were saying about how like you would want to be a mind reader. I thought about what you were saying because I know I'm so late to this. But yesterday I had nothing to do, so I started watching How to Get Away with Murder.
I've been watching that.
And one thing Annalise Keating says in one of the first few episodes is that it doesn't really matter. She's like, well, do people want, like, people ask me if I would prefer to know if my client is guilty. And she says, it doesn't matter to me because you know why? Everybody lies. And it just made me think of that. Like, it goes back to what you were saying. Is like, whoa, you said it's a joke, but you seem kind of mad. It's like everybody lies. And I'm not saying that everything someone says is like a lie, of course. But sometimes you never really will fully know if someone's telling you the truth. You just have to be able to like take what they're saying, just kind of analyze it, and just like with your personal experience, your personal understanding of the world, you have to decide what that means to you.
Exactly.
But also, Leilani, I feel like I didn't ask you, and that's my bad. So what have you learned from 2020?
I don't know. It's been because I feel like when you're in school, it's like really easy. Like how should I was talking about earlier. It's really easy for your friendships to be at school. Like that's where the friendship is, and that's all. That's all. You know, like nothing happens outside of school. So it's like I feel like those types of relationships are really easy, and I feel like this whole like people always say like 2020 taught me who my true friends were, and I'm not saying all that. I'm just saying like this, like it really tells me like who really like wants to talk to me and wants to be my friend, and not just who like there are people who I enjoy being around, but who I don't consider my friend. Like I feel like people have different people have different definitions of what a friend is. So I feel like some people that might consider me a friend, I might consider them a friend, and they might be butthurt about that, but we talk every day. And then Corona hit and I ain't seen or heard from you. And that's fine.
I feel like Zoom got a timer on it where it's like you go too long, they gonna cut you off. Cause I don't know who
they play wrap it up. It's like the Oscar Grant music. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. But Leilani, what you were saying reminds me of two things, because those are two very, very true points, and those are very good. I do agree that like, especially since I'm not in school right now anymore, I don't know if I'm gonna go back or not. Right now, I'm just kind of just trying to figure out what to do, and if school makes sense for where my life is going right now. But anyway, enough about my personal life. I do agree that it is easy to be like, oh, this is my friend, and because of school, or even like for me, it's still the same in the adult world. Like for example, my coworkers, I love all them. I don't think they ever go see this video, and I kind of hope they don't. But I love all the honestly, I do. All my coworkers are super cool, but I personally feel like our relationship is at work. I don't really feel like it doesn't, and I don't know how to say this without it sounding like I'm
not inviting you to my birthday party. Okay? We're friends. We're cool. We can hang out, but you're not coming to my wedding. You're not coming to my birthday party. We're not that close.
I was gonna say it's just like I feel like I clock into this relationship when I clock into work, and if we have to talk about things work related outside of work, that's one thing. Because sometimes you got to shoot a quick text like, listen, and what's the schedule like for next week? Because I know things been changing, or I know we were talking about doing this specific thing. And with the kids, because I work in elementary school. So it's like, I know we were talking about doing this thing in the classroom for the kids this week because it's their spirit week. How do we want to go about that? Like, what's our plan? But aside from that, it's like, it's not that I don't care, or it's not that like I don't like you as a person, but at the same time, it's just like, I feel like it's just like, this is just kind of like a part of my life. It's like finding that sector. Whereas like school, when I was a kid, that's all I really had to do. All I did before I turned 18 basically was go to school and go to church. That was basically all my life was about. So it's like, either the people I knew were from one of those two places.
And even in the interactions that I had outside of those environments was because of school or church. I was at someone else's church. I was sorry, my phone's ringing. So I was at somebody else's church, or I'm on the basketball team, so I'm traveling and I'm not technically at school or doing school stuff, but the school is the only reason I'm playing this sport. Like,
right.
School and church.
Exactly.
School and church.
And it's like, for me right now, it's like, I think the Rona taught me that too, where it's like, it's actually not a problem for me anymore to be like, this is where my relationship starts and ends with this person. I'm okay with that now. And I feel like before I get in my feelings, like like the cliche thing when it'd be summer vacation, then it's the first day back at school, be like, oh my gosh, how are you? I haven't seen you in months. I miss you. And then you're like, the phone goes both ways, Ain't commented on none of my posts.
Oh,
Little Facebook message be like, bloop, bloop, bloop. How
I tell
you
you all the
doing?
time. You don't miss me. Because if you miss me, you would have said something. You
And my
thought about
thing
you might have
is-
thought about me, but you didn't miss me.
And my thing is, I think it's fair to be like, I would rather you say that honestly. I'm the type of person, I feel like this is why I get in trouble with people. Because I would rather you just be as honest as possible. Like, don't spare my feelings. I'll get my feelings hurt. I'll get over it.
that's the
But
thing, because
you
I
tell
will
me-
be hurt about it, but I'll get over it. I'll be
If
fine.
you tell me
Like, I'm not gonna lie and
what-
say I won't be hurt.
but it's like, but if you tell me
I mean,
exactly how it is, then
Kelly, let
I
me
can
speak.
respect you. Then I can respect you more because now I know what to do. Now I know what this is. And I was like, I would prefer you be like, yeah, I thought about you. And I hope that you were like doing well. But like, I didn't really feel like it's that deep to me. And that's fine. But it's like, but yeah, so it's like back to the whole thing about like having friends in different avenues. Like, for example, I got people I only really talk to them if I'm like around. Like, for example, people I went to college with. Shout out to y'all, UC Davis, class of 2019, in Aggie up in this thing. But it's like a lot of y'all, and it's nothing personal, but like maybe you like only hit each other when I'm in town. Or maybe it'll be like, oh yeah, it's like, it's cool. I'll go see how you doing. Maybe I'll like spend the night or the weekend at your house, and we'll like catch up or whatnot. And then when like I go back home, I don't hear from you for a while. And honestly, that's not a problem for me anymore because it's like I get it. My life isn't there anymore,
It's
and
like
I feel like
the
sometimes
saying, reason, season, lifetime. You have friends for a reason. I have friends at work. The reason I have friends at work because I'm at work and I need interaction. I have friends for a season. We were friends for this period of time, and then we fell off. I have friends for a lifetime, and I'm always going to talk to, no matter what. It's really what it is. Like, everybody's not meant to be in your life at all moments of your life. It's okay to have sectioned off, friendships and sectioned off friend groups, and just you don't have to mix all your friend groups together, and because sometimes it just doesn't
matter
work.
of fact, don't. Matter of fact, do not. I can't. Personally, I can't. Like, I'm the type of person who's like, if I'm planning something, I have to know, listen, I can't have you with you. And it's not because like I don't think it's because I feel like it's gonna cause drama or nothing, but I feel like I just want the event to flow as seamlessly as possible. And some people you just can't mix to get that. Sometimes it's just like mixing water and oil.
It reminds me of like sports teams. Like what Sam was saying, it reminds me of like sports teams where we're friends for a season. Cause it's literally for volleyball season, we chilling. I liked the people on my team. We was chilling, we was working together, have kiki and all that stuff. And then I remember this was when I was playing basketball in junior high for that 1 year. He told us, he made us do this drill where we all stood on the line and he asked us questions about each other. And if we got them wrong, we had to run laps. And I'm like, listen.
The way
he's like, see, I want you guys to be a team.
So who
I'm like,
puked?
that's
Because
fine. That's fine.
Reeled over about to pass out dead.
Because
You
I
wanna
feel
know
like
my
I don't know nothing.
He gonna ask me who my oldest is. No, because at PE, because he was also my PE teacher. So at PE, he came up to me asking me, so what's your older sister's name? So you ain't even know, and this for all them to know? How does it get?
Well, the funny thing about that statement, Leilani, to me, what I find funny about what you just said. Oh, you still talking? My bad. It's got the sound. I'm sorry. The sound was going in and out, so I didn't notice.
Oh, okay. I was muted. I was confused.
But yeah, what you just said reminds me of the idea because you're like friends literally for a season. It's like, what is your sister? What does your mother's maiden name have to do with the fact that we play volleyball? All I need to know is if I bump this thing, is you go set it.
For real. Like, okay, if I pass the ball to you, if we're playing basketball, I pass the ball to you, are you going to catch it? That's what I need to know. Are you gonna shoot? That's what I need to know.
If the other team serves the ball, are you going to receive it? Yes or no?
Right. I mean,
I
there
don't
is
know
something
which
to say
parent
about
you
teams
live
that like
with.
each
I don't
other.
need to know.
It's something to say about teams that like each other and enjoy each other and know about each other. Like there is something to that, and you can play better on that or with that kind of bond with somebody. But I mean, not necessarily, because all-star teams, they still be getting together and scoring 200
It's
points.
more like
So
finding your tribe, finding your people, whatnot.
all-star
It's like-
teams score.
It's like I don't necessarily need all my lifelong friends to be in the special interest group that I'm in. And that's one thing that like I feel like I always learned in college. Because one thing I always hated is when you like join a club or like you in like a fraternity or whatever other kind of like special interest like organization. Maybe it's even a job or something where it's like you've just gained like 200 new friends and we're all a family. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, we're not. I have a family. No offense to y'all, but I have a family. I don't necessarily need that. For me, I'm just like, we're not friends, we're not family. We're just two people who are in the same area who both like a similar thing, and that's fine. I'm the type of person where I don't feel like I have to be mean to someone just because we're not friends. Some people are like that. Some people are like, you can be nice to people I feel like are friends to me. And maybe that's why everybody is like, oh, everybody like has a looser definition of friendship than I do. But like, I'm quick to call people what I see them as, and it makes people mad. But it's like, I'm not saying this in a rude way, but I'm like, oh, that's my coworker, that's my colleague, that's an acquaintance of mine, that's my lab partner. That it's not because I don't like you. It's because this is our relationship. Once this assignment ends, we are both going to go back to our own separate corners. And it is what it is. And back to what
Like,
Sam
I
was
will
saying.
literally.
Sorry, Leilani.
Go
You can
ahead.
go.
No, go ahead. You were talking first.
So back to what Sam was saying real quick about
You know,
recent
Shreve
season
about every time
lifetime.
for the next 30 minutes. You better get what you got to say out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't give Sharif no time. You gotta take your time.
I was still letting people
Three times already.
I'm just going real quickly say this, and then Leilani, you can go. I just have one real quick thing to say. Sam was talking about the recent season lifetime thing. One other thing, I just want to add on to that real quick. I feel like it's also important to know that sometimes, even in a lifetime, you might have periods to where you on and off. And it don't have to be because like there's love lost, but like life takes you in different directions. I had a situation, as some of y'all early viewers may know, where me and one of my longtime friends are no longer friends right now. And I told this person, even with this conversation, I'm not saying that like we now have to have an issue or that I never want to see you again. None of that. I'm just saying right now, where we're both out in life, I don't think this relationship is helpful for either of us. But if one day we come back in the future, you know, we've had some time to like really grow and like change our perspectives and whatnot, we can come back. But it's like right now, I feel like part of the whole like recent season lifetime is important to know that sometimes there has to be an off season. Not every season you on. Not every season you want. And that works for everything in life. Career, love, friendship, family, anything else, like personal things. You got to be the loser sometimes. Sometimes you off.
Can't win all the time.
It's what you do when you off that matters. But anyway, Leilani, what were you saying?
I was just saying, it's like, again, with school, like, you can be in a class with somebody, y'all can talk every day, y'all can sit next to each other, all of that stuff, and then next term rolls around, I ain't seen, talked, heard for them, and I'm chilling, because it was never that deep. But, like, these people will be like, oh, yeah, we're friends. No, we're not. It's okay. You don't have to say it.
You can be friendly.
We're not friends.
without being
It's
friends.
like we are friendly,
Exactly.
we are acquainted.
We're
And like
friendly.
that's fine. It's like it kind of reminds me of the idea of clout chasing in a way. And I feel like people think of clout chasing, or as the people used to call in the olden days, social climbing. I feel like they look at it in this very like one track mind way. But I feel like it's like the whole idea of like you feel like you need to be associated with certain people because and I'm not saying it's like some people like they have to be associated with people because they can't turn their own, of course. But it's like you feel like you need to cling to me for some reason, and you don't. It's okay. We don't have to be friends. It doesn't make what we shared any less important. It doesn't diminish how either of us feel about what we experience together or whatnot. It's just not that deep.
Right. Like I have someone that I know who is now becoming a very famous individual. And I would love to say we're friends, but we're not really friends. We're acquainted. If I comment on one of his posts, he may respond to me, so it makes me feel like he still knows who I am. But can I say we're friends? Not really. I would love to be friends because, like, he's a really cool dude too. Like, when we talk, when we chop it up, like, it's a cool little interaction. Like, but I can't call him my friend. And I feel like people also say that want to be friends with people because it makes them, like Sharif said, it makes them seem like somebody better, somebody that has something. Like if I have a famous friend, that makes it seem like I'm better than somebody else. And it's like, it's not that deep, bro. I know him. He knows who I am. That's cool.
Like, at the end of the day, we all just people. At the end of the day, we're all just people.
Living
So
life.
it's like, for example, I really like what you said about like someone who's becoming a very famous individual, and like maybe it might even sound nice to be like, oh, that's my friend. I even think about people like who are actually my friends, and I feel like I would know if I could say that they my friend if they like were to become big. And it's not because I feel like the feeling would change, but it's like now everybody's looking at me like, yeah, they everybody friend. Of course they yo friend, but it's like no, like this really my friend. Like for me, it's just them. I don't see, like, for example, I say this.
Well, if y'all friends, how come we never see y'all on none of his posts? How come, how come, It's like, first of all, we're friends. Y'all, what we do is our business. First and foremost.
A and B
Just
Amen.
Just because he's famous
like
doesn't mean that I need to now encroach on his life and try to become famous as well. Like, okay, leave us alone, bro. Like, you don't need to know every detail of what we do together so I can prove
I'm supportive from the
that I know this
sidelines.
person or that I'm friends with this person. I ain't gotta prove to you nothing.
I'm just trying to support my friend on his little up and up. He coming up, okay.
Right. I need all my friends and associates to pop off and have happy lives. I want everyone I've ever been connected to have a happy life. And if that just means you go up higher, cool. I'm happy for you. But I don't want to attach myself to you so you can bring me up. I'm going to try to get up there too. But I'm not going to try to leech off of you and use a friendship as a way to stay connected to something that I'm not a part of. And I don't know who said this was gonna be a short video because y'all know if more than 3 of us is together, we're gonna talk for forever.
I said that because I expected Lacey to be on here for a little longer than she did. Lacey said 2 things and dip.
She said, I made a schedule. I am keeping to my schedule.
She only had 20 minutes and she didn't even stay for a 5.
She said I could pencil y'all in.
No, she said a little 2-piece
pencil y'all in right here.
He said you can get the 2 piece. The biscuit, it costs extra. But yeah, so it's like whole fame aim like stuff. It goes back to what Kendrick Lamar said once. As an unconditional when the Rory don't like tell me who you're loyal to. Is it money as a weight, as a weed, as a drink, is it coming down out when the light pops in the rain? Big Johnny, for the power in your name. Tell me you're loyal to. Is it love for the streets when the lights get dark? Is it unconditional when the Rory don't start? There we go. Tell me what the Lord is coming for your heart. I'm sorry, I had to like.
No, that's a long little bar, but it's a bar.
There's a lot of music references in here. I had to figure it. But anyway, so it's like the whole thing is like we really friends. So it's like they up, they down, left, right. That's still my friend. I don't need them to be like on top 40 or to be at the Oscars or whatever, or to like be a 5-star Michelin chef or, you know, whatever their individual path is, of course. I don't need them to be like an NBA, like with an NBA championship or whatever. We are friends. I like this person. And that doesn't have to do with what they provide to the world or what they provide as far as their like business or whatever. But a lot of y'all want to be like, oh, you just want to say that because it makes you look better. Well, yes, but it makes me look better because they're a great person. And I like them as a person. When all y'all have stopped caring about who this person is, I'ma still be right there beside them. Believe that.
And so I think we should close in the video. To end the video, I just want to say, make better relationships, better friendships, define, you might just like communication is key. Sometimes life is what you make it. There are always gonna be things out of your control, but don't let those bother you or get to you so much. And have a good year, and you'll be
Wait,
seeing for us
Shaddai.
more.
Before we close,
Where
though,
the money reside, where the money
I want
reside,
everybody to come up with
where the
3
money-
things that they are like 3 things they want to see in this year, or 3 things they're happy about regarding this year. Just like three good positive notes for us to end on. Samuel, since you're the oldest, I want to start with you.
I'm looking forward to seeing just my own personal development and growth emotionally. Seeing where this hair takes me, because boy, it's looking better and better every day, and I'm falling in love with myself more every day. And my skin is getting clearer. Shout out to my sister Sabrina, my personal esthetician. She out here getting the money, getting the bag. She really getting where the money reside. And she can even go to the shop.
Been more than money reside.
And the last thing I'm looking forward to,
The money trying to get to where Sabrina reside.
right, is just growing my relationships with the people that I do care about and showing them that I do care instead of just telling them. And really, like I said, meeting people where they want you to meet them and not meeting them where you just feel like you have the capacity to be. Because if you're really friends with somebody, you'll meet them where they are and you won't make them come to you. And that's what I'm looking forward to in 2021.
Okay. Leilani, let's have you go next. Because I feel like since I like bypassed you earlier, step up to the lector.
I'm looking forward to focusing on my hobbies because I feel like with all school stress and just like mental health and stuff, I really abandoned my hobbies a lot. Like I feel like I'm over here just like I spend so much time procrastinating, just like pointlessly scrolling through social media. I just want to get back into stuff. Like I read a full book in one sitting for the first time in so long, and it felt great. I was up to like 3 a.m., but that's not the point. So I'm just
I did
happy
that too 3 days ago.
So yeah, so like focusing on my hobbies, just taking care of myself and taking care of my relationships. Just like growth. Yeah.
All right, Shaddai.
3 simple things: graduating, go to college, starting the next chapter of my life, and getting my license. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Woohoo! Go Shaddai.
Hey, those are some good goals.
Those are some good goals. Very attainable, very realistic. Smart goals. Shout out to Shaddai. Our little brother is growing up. He graduating. So y'all know y'all gonna have to hit the Cash App later in the year. But for right now,
He been grew up. He the tallest. He grew already. He's just getting older.
right. Fair point. My bad. As far as me, I'll say I'm trying to get these subscribers up. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. That is one of my personal goals. One of my personal goals revolves to I'm trying to get these subscribers up. I'm trying to get to 1,000 before June. I
I
feel
want
like
YouTube Black.
baby. Could you imagine if we went to YouTube Black? It'd be a mess. And us should live for it. Tell YouTube Black they should bring us. YouTube Black sponsor this video. Hit the links down below.
Right here. Hit them all. Hit them all. Like it, subscribe it,
yeah,
comments, all that.
Who
crazy.
put these links?
Go crazy.
There'll be links down below. Don't fret, Leila. We will have links.
We got a
let's see.
Twitter. We got an Instagram. You know, hit us up. Ask questions. You know, let us know what you're trying to see in these videos. Let us know what you're trying to do in these videos.
Shoot, if y'all want us to go on Clubhouse, we'll make a Clubhouse.
Right.
What is
I still haven't been on Clubhouse. I still have never gone on it. But if that's
I
what y'all
have not
want,
either.
bro, if that's what y'all want,
But if y'all want Clubhouse, I'll get on Clubhouse. Because basically, that's what we do anyway. Clubhouse is basically what we get on here to do anyway. But it's like, okay, my second goal, I would say, I recently got brought on by one of my good friends to help her with her brand promotion. Officially getting these blogger coins, whatnot, yada yada. So like, obviously, I really want to help my friend's vision grow at Carrie J Music. She the GOAT. I really just want to help see her through this year. Really like show the world why my friend is one of the best people to ever do whatever. And a third goal, I would say, I want to get mad less and get money more. I'm trying to get mad less and get
You
money
need to put
more.
that on a shirt. Mad less, money more.
Get mad less, get money more. That is a shirt. That is a shirt for sure.
You know what? We coming up with merch this year too.
Merch, we coming up with merch too. Forget it. The 10 Talk merch is on the way. 10 Talk merch is on the way.
It is on the way. So stay tuned. But I guess almost none of them are really about me. I guess none of them are like really like personal things. But those are like 3 goals I have. If I have to pick one more just as like a real personal thing, I really hope that by the end of this year, I will really be able to be like, can't nobody mess with me. I am the best to ever do it. And it's all about building that real confidence. I feel like a lot of us like have like the confidence we need to get to where we're going. But I feel like being the best ain't about like, oh, like nobody could ever like beat me or like I do it. But I tell people this all the time and they get mad at me. I'm better than everybody, but I'm not better than anybody.
Exactly. I'm a complete narcissist. I am the most important person in the world. And I also care about other people. But I'm letting you know right now that me is number one. I'm sorry. I'm around me 24/7. I'm around you not 24/7. I could be around you 24/6. I could be around you 23/7. But I will never be around you 24/7. I'm around me 24/7. So me is most important. And I'm sorry if you feel offended.
I don't. I'm on my Young and May stuff. MA, myself always. When I say I'm better than everybody, but I'm not better than anybody, what I simply mean is that I have to look out for me. No one's going to do it for me. But I understand I'm not too good to have nothing happen to me.
Right.
But while I know that, I'm just know I'm coming after what Sharif needs. If it can align with what you need to, I'm happy. I'm glad that we can like come to an understanding. But if it can't, you just gonna have to be mad. Maybe if you got mad less and got money more, you wouldn't be crying.
That maybe it's possible. It's possible.
But anyway, just to wrap up this video, thank y'all so much for joining us for another episode of 10 Talk. I know we've been on hiatus, but we coming back with a vengeance.
Hey, I missed y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know. 10 Talk. I missed 10 Talk. We gotta.
This
we
is kind of
can't take a break
yeah.
like that. We took
Yes,
a
it was-
real
this was-
long break. But we
But,
back.
but part of
Back
it
like
is
a
fine
crackhead.
because it was a holiday season, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving. We had to just like, have time to really like recharge on some personal stuff. So you know how we do it over here on Tin Talk? Listen, we where the Negroes are. We like to be where the Negroes are on this channel. So if y'all want to be where the Negroes are too, then make that like button turn blue.
Oh, I can't wait for this merch.
Come on.
This merch
Yeah,
is
the
fire.
rich ideas just flowing.
I want to be where the Negroes are. I want to see them go dumb, walking around on what they call it, the block. Up where they
Up is
run,
the hood.
up where they shoot, up where they have fun in
Got
the
to beat the
sun.
block in them $1,000 socks this year, y'all. Beat the block in them $1,000 socks. Let's,
I can't stand you.
all right, we love y'all. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.